Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's your host, Rising Oblivion. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about a few different things in regards to Atlas / just like Mega 10 news in general. Well, first things first, we have some updates in regards to those two brand new Persona games, the domain names that we have seen. There is some more updates to that, leaving it to be even more of a valid thing for us to even speculate more on, and some news in regards to Atlas being at Anime Expo this year. But let's go ahead and jump into the domain name thing first. And like I said in my most recent video, I talked about how there were two domain names leaked for future titles from Atlas in regards to the Persona series, that being Persona 5T and P3RE Persona 3 Remastered. So Persona 5T, people are still speculating on what the T part means. Some say tournament, some say training, some say blah blah blah, I don't know. It could be a number of things as to what that actually is, but I'm going to go ahead and show on screen a few different things to show you that they have officially updated domain names to actually have websites for them as well. So p5t.jp, just meaning Japan, of course, they have actually registered this game to already have a website. People have tried to look at it now and it just says 404 HTTP not found, or HTTP 404 not found, basically meaning that it's unreachable. But the domain name for Persona 5T and P3RE both also have had their own, not both also, but they both have their own websites in regards to these two games that have these most recent domain updates. So let's talk a little bit more about P3RE. As we know, of course, P5T is supposedly supposed to be a brand new Persona 5 title. A lot of people speculate it being the, fighting game that a lot of us were looking forward to. I think it could be just about anything. A lot of people think maybe it could be Persona 5 Tactics, so like a tactic-based JRPG. It seems like a lot of people wanted that. I talked about that in my last video, how there was a big survey that Atlas did in regards to what do you want to see out of the Persona series, and a lot of people did say a tactical-based JRPG. So it's not out of question for it to be a either tactical-based game or a fighting game. I think a lot of people also want the fighting game as well. That is, of course, if that is what Atlas is going off of, right? This also could be something that has been in development for a long time before they've even done that survey, so we can't really say for sure. But we do know a lot more about what P3RE is supposed to be. So P3RE.jp, again, just meaning Japan, had also been registered for a website as well. And we can actually see this stuff. Again, I'll be posting up the pictures so you can see that stuff. It was on the Amazon name server, so basically meaning Amazon has servers and things that you can run websites on. That is actually how they found this and was able to leak this information. Again, if you try to go to it, a lot of times it just errors out because there's either nothing there or they intentionally making it to where people cannot actually go to it. And we just recently seen this. June 7th is when this had just occurred, which actually is today. Whoops, I'm now reading this on my script here, but June 7th, today, I guess that would have been technically like yesterday in Japan, so today for us, I guess is what I mean. Yesterday is when this was leaked over in Japan, so people were actually able to find this. And of course, P3RE more than likely stands for the Persona 3 Remaster. We had seen little leaks of this during a actual little event that Atlas had for the business / like industry side of Atlas, so more of the like business stuff with regards to like investors and whatnot. It was a Sega event, so that was also leaked there too. And we had seen a little bit of that gameplay footage. A lot of people thought it was fake. I personally also thought it was fake. I wasn't too sure. I'm always 50-50 on a lot of this type of stuff, but seeing the domain names go further into the point of having actual websites, this does seem to me to be like we're actually getting something. It seems to be that we're at least, seeing them work on something that they're making a website for. This is something that they want people to be able to see very soon. So this means that both of these things, the brand new Persona 5 title and the Persona 3 remake / remaster, whatever you want to call it, depending on what it is, it seems like both of these are things that they are gearing up for people to want to see soon. So these two things might be coming sooner than we think. So this last bit of news kind of ties together with these two titles, right? They have two titles they are ready to show off. what better place to show them off at than to be at a actual expo? So Anime Expo is taking place from July 1st to July 4th, and we know now for sure Atlas is going to be there during July 3rd. So Atlas does tend to show up here quite often throughout the years. They've been here the past couple of years. The Shin Megami Tensei 30th anniversary concert was something that had been announced for the expo and whatnot as well. So there are some things that we are seeing here, what Atlas is going to be doing, right? How many different panels are they doing? How long is it going to be? Well, we do know for sure it is going to be 2 panels, both on July 3rd. The first one is supposed to be more towards the morning, and it's supposed to be 50 minutes to an hour, so about an hour or so. And then there is supposed to be one that is going to be a evening show, which is going to be a other panel as well. It's going to be I believe it's supposed to be a smaller panel, but they are going to be having 2 panels there for, you know, people to see. So that's interesting. So we know for sure Atlas is showing up there, not just doing 1 panel, but they're doing 2 panels. So this makes me speculate, you know, why would they show up twice? What are they doing here? So they're going to be showing off some stuff for sure, right? They don't have 2 panels and then show up and do nothing, right? So there's going to be some stuff they do there. There could be a possibility that they decide to have more Shin Megami Tensei stuff at one concert, or have some more Shin Megami Tensei stuff at one panel and talk about concerts as well, because this is supposed to be the Shin Megami Tensei 30th anniversary here, so there could be a lot of that stuff there. But if we're having 2 brand new Persona titles and they're talking about it and they're gearing towards having those come out as well, maybe that's supposed to be the other panel. Who really knows? We're not 100% sure here, but it looks like Atlas does have a lot of things for them to talk about. The Shin Megami Tensei 30th anniversary, we're about halfway through the year now, and this is going to be starting the early bits of July. There hasn't been a whole lot in regards to the anniversary. Again, the anniversaries have not been super good. The Persona anniversary was, you know, good for what we got, but they really kept trying to tease it out to make it like a whole year-long event. So maybe this is going to be where they actually show us some goodies, potentially SMT5 DLC or some other Mega 10 title they've been working on. And again, also P5T and Persona 3 Remastered could also be something very much they do here. So they have something from their 2 biggest things, Persona and also Shin Megami Tensei, that they could possibly show this year, right? We are expecting for them to show Shin Megami Tensei stuff, right? It's whether or not these 2 new domain names that have 2 new websites now that they are planning to show soon, are they going to be showing that there? It makes sense for them to do that. Like, why would they decide to start messing with these websites so close to the Anime Expo event? It just seems like, you know, the stars are aligning. It's kind of making sense as to why they might do that. So they have plenty to show here. And again, 2 panels, that's going to mean that they have a lot of time to do that. And it's on the same day. Anime Expo is probably one of the biggest expos there are in the world, and of course Anime Expo is where most of these anime games, new anime, new media, just in regards to anime and just Japanese sort of culture in general, always shows up here. So the fact that they're deciding to show up is a good thing. We're going to be eating pretty well here when it comes to Atlas stuff. We just need to keep our eyes peeled when it comes to July 3rd and see exactly what we get. I'm hoping we have some Persona stuff and some Shin Megami Tensei stuff, so we all can be eating well, regardless of what we like from Atlas. But I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe for more content. I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date with any news that we get with this, more leaks if we have those in the future as we're leading up to the Anime Expo. It looks like the Anime Expo might be just where we need to be looking when it comes to brand new stuff from either Persona or Shin Megami Tensei. Check out my latest Final Fantasy 16 video and Final Fantasy 7 Remake video. I talk a little bit about the demo and some new progress and development that we have now for Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. I'm trying to rebrand this channel to include all JRPG type content and news. I'm going to be streaming Final Fantasy 16 whenever I get a hold of that, whenever that game comes out. But that's going to be it for now. I stream on Twitch, link in the description, but that's going to be it. See you all. Thank you all for watching.